2 years ago, I used to look like this. Then I turned into this. Then I turned into this again. And now I look like this one more time. So it is safe to say that I know a thing or two about how to maintain weight, how to gain weight, and how to maintain muscle, and how to lose fats. If you're trying to cut down fats and keep muscle, this is the video for you. Most people don't actually fail at weight loss because they are lazy. They fail because they kill all their muscle, kill their metabolism, and regain all the weight that they have lost. In this particular video, I'm going to show you how to exactly burn the fats and keep muscle. We're going to talk about training, cardio, diet, mindset, everything. But before we jump into any of those, let's understand this one thing, this one mistake that everybody makes. Weight loss and fat loss are not the exact same thing. If you're losing weight by starving yourself, doing endless cardio, lifting light weights, you're not actually losing fats. You're shrinking. Muscle is metabolically expensive. When your body experiences extreme dieting, it actually protects the fat and start burning muscle. So the goal here is not to lose weight fast. The goal is to send a message to the body to keep the muscle and burn the fat. So this was the first misconception that a lot of people have. Another misconception is the calorie deficit. Yes, you do need a calorie deficit. No, it doesn't need to be extreme. The sweet spot, according to some experts, and I would consider myself in one of them too, is between 300 to 500 calories per day. You can go lower than that, but it's gonna adversely affect you. Strength will drop, the muscle recovery will slow it down, and at the end, you'll lose muscle. So try to stay within that 3 to 500 calorie deficit range. Like the expert said, slow fat loss beats fast muscle loss. Another way to gauge yourself is that if you're losing more than 1 to 1.15 pound of fats every week, you're probably losing muscle. All right, so clearing these misconceptions out of the way, let's go straight to the protein. In fat loss, protein is not optional. If you want to keep muscle and just cut down fats, according to some expert, it has to be 1 gram per pound of body weight. But according to me, I would say eat as much as you can. When I started cutting down this year, I was at 235 pounds. My desired weight was 175. Expert said you have to eat 175 grams of protein per day. Some of my meal, just one meal by itself, had 175 grams of protein. I might not have absorbed all of it, but I don't want to feel short of proteins since nobody knows the exact count of protein that you need or your body needs. And why do we eat protein? Protein does 3 things. It preserves muscle, it keeps you full, and it actually burns more calories while you're digesting it. So in simple word, if your protein count is low, you're definitely going to fail the cut. Now, we've established that yes, we need protein, but where do we get our proteins from? For me, I'm very basic and simple in my approach. And here's a list of the main sources of the protein for me. Beef, chicken, and fish. You can use a little bit of avocado oil in order to cook them or air fry them, however you want to do it. And you don't need all those fancy meals. You just need consistency with these main sources. Training. This is where most people mess up during their cut. Cutting is not exactly the time to lift light weights. Muscle only stays if it's needed. And when you have a heavy resistance against your muscle, your body automatically adjusts to it and it wants the muscle to stay on it. So lifting heavy during your cut should be your top priority. How to train during cutting? Heavy weights, we have established that. Rep range, 6 to 12. Focus on compound lifts. If you don't understand compound lifts, let me know. I can make a video on that in a gym. Just let me know down in the comment section. Try to maintain progression or strength. If you're losing your strength, you're already losing muscle. After covering protein intake and strength training, let's go to cardio. Cardio is actually a tool to create that calorie deficit, but it's not a punishment. What I'm trying to say over here is that cardio is not bad. Overdoing cardio is very bad. Cardio should be done in order to support your fat loss. It shouldn't replace your main training session. One of the best way to do cardio is to walk on an incline using treadmill. That's the best cardio. Do it for like 35 to 40 minutes, and that's good for anybody in my size or even someone who's bigger than me. And when I mention like cardio is there to create that deficit, it's not going to actually create the deficit. It only helps the deficit. The deficit is created by dieting. Carbs and fats. Stop feeding carbs and fats during your diet. Carbs and fats never make you fat. Overeating them does. Carbs fuel your workout, improve performance, and helps preserve muscle. Fat supports hormones, joints, and also helps the brain to function. So try to cut them down in amount, not to cut down the entire growth. All right, so these were the more obvious factors. Some of them are really obvious, some of them are a little bit hidden. Let's go to a little bit more deeper, more hidden factors. And the number one hidden factor that people usually don't talk about is recovery and sleep. You don't grow and preserve muscle in the gym. You do it while you're recovering and sleeping. And how do you recover? Here's a list of some of the non-negotiable factors. 7 to 9 hours of sleep every day, rest days in between, and stress management. So in simple mathematical equation, high stress plus low rest is equal to muscle loss. And at this point, it doesn't matter how good your training is, how good your diet is, you're still gonna lose muscle. Another hidden factor is consistency. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. What actually matters is weekly averages, strength, body measurements, and visual progress. One bad meal does not ruin the weight cut. One bad mindset does. Another hidden factor, how long should you be cutting for? Most people cut for too long. For me personally, 8 to 12 weeks is ideal. And after that, the diet fatigue increases, your hormones suffer, muscle loss risk goes up. So from after 8 to 12 weeks, take a maintenance break and then resume the cut if it's needed. So the final message from this video is losing fat and keeping muscle is not about suffering. It's about strategy. Keep moderate deficit, high protein, heavy training, smart cardio, and good recovery. Do this and your body has no choice but to change. And if this video brought some value into your life, please do hit that subscribe button. This is my first YouTube video, and you'll see a lot of informative content like this on this particular channel. And you don't have to worry about anything since there will be nothing on sale. I'm not gonna sell you anything on this channel. So please do hit that subscribe button, like, and also leave a comment.